So what got you into art?
I've always been into art, like as far back as I can remember. I was always like drawing or making something as a kid. I'm actually a makeup artist as well for film and TV, so I do special effects.
When did you start selling your art?
I think the first time I started trying to sell my drawings, it's been a sort of on-off journey. So I did it a bit when I was a student. I did it a bit when I was sort of 17, 18. When I look back now at some of the stuff I made when I was 17, 18, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe anyone even bought that.
So how is it going?
It's going well. I've just reopened my Etsy shop. I'm living abroad, so usually I would be like hand making loads of stuff to sell, but now I'm just like selling prints of my drawings and some stickers. I really enjoy like making things, and I feel good when someone else wants to buy it. So as long as people want to buy something, then I'll keep doing it.
Do you release your art on like a certain schedule or just whenever you want?
No, I mean, I reopened my shop. I waited and I said I was going to do it on a certain day. But in general, I will just sort of upload as I fancy if I've got something good.
What's your favorite piece you've made so far?
That's a good one. Well, recently I've been really into drawing these like little sort of cartoons with slime people. I did a Valentine's Day one, which I really enjoyed making, and I think it looks quite cute in the end. So I would say that one at the minute.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
I don't really know. I mean, a lot of it, I would say I would use sort of prompts like for a certain aspect of the picture. I would use a prompt that says, like ducks. So I drew slimes feeding the ducks. And then I did one that was like slime wizards because I got a prompt for magic.
So is that just like something you use online?
Yeah, sometimes I use an online one. Sometimes like I've put on Instagram before, like anybody got any ideas? Some of my friends will be like, I really want to see you draw something like this. So I tend to like use my own inspiration as well, but I like to draw what like my friends and stuff say that they think would look really cool as well.
How did you
So
find
they
your
help
art
a lot.
style?
I think I'm still finding my art style. At the minute, it's the slimes, but a few months ago, maybe it was frogs.
I love the slimes. How did you come up with them?
I don't know. I started drawing the first one I did with the slimes. I started drawing like a sort of isometric building, and I looked at it and I thought like I don't know what to do with it to make it look more like cool. And then I started drawing these little slime people, and I was like, oh my God, I love them. They're great.
Who's your inspiration for your art?
I've got quite a few inspirations for my art. When I was at college, I think it was, I became really obsessed with this artist called Alex Pardee, who has a lot of sort of slimy type figures, but they're a bit darker in their themes. They're usually quite scary. So mine are sort of like a not so scary, but inspired by the same kind of textures.
What do you draw these on?
I use my iPad and an Apple Pencil. So I just use Procreate on there. Sometimes I'll draw like a sort of traditional sketch just to get an idea down, and then I'll go over it digitally. But most of my work now is digital.
I've only just bought an iPad, so I'm still trying to like figure out Procreate, and I've never really been like an artist or anything or into art, so this is all very new to me.
It took me quite a while to get my head around like all the different options and all the buttons and stuff like that. But I think once you find like some brushes that you would particularly like and some of the effects available, like I really enjoy the liquify effects that they have on Procreate.
I haven't really had a chance to use those.
Oh, they are quite fun, even if it's just to make something sort of abstract and not like anything specific. I used to just like draw a blob and then just like distort the whole thing and see what came out.
I like how you can to like create a palette and you can just get a whole set of colors from it.
Yeah, that's really good. I've got way too many palettes now, though. I need to like go through and delete some of them because I think I've got a few duplicates or some that are like really, really similar. The same with brushes as well. I've got hundreds of brushes that I don't use.
Would you say the majority of your art is digital now then?
Yeah, absolutely. Although, I mean, I'm currently living abroad, like I said, but when I'm at home, I do a lot of like stuff with clay. I like to make jewelry and like polymer clay charms and stuff like that. But being away, I can't really do that because I'd end up with just so much stuff that I'd have to take home in an airplane, which is not convenient.
Why is it that you're living abroad, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm here to work as a makeup artist for a film company. My granddad lives out here, so I'm living with him at the minute and just working with this company doing some makeup.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I've been here a lot longer than I intended to be here, but at the same time, there's not much point going back to the UK at the minute because of the whole COVID scene. So I figured I might as well stay here and enjoy the sunshine until it's a bit safer to go home.
Is the situation better over there than here?
It is, yeah. There are still have like some restrictions, like if you go for a drink, you've got to order a meal and stuff like that. But everywhere's open mostly.
Oh, right.
Um, but you do have to wear your face masks all the time, including like outside walking down the street, which is quite uncomfortable when it gets a bit warmer in the hotter days. It gets quite sweaty.
It's only just starting to get a bit warmer here.
Yeah, I am glad that I'm missing out on the cold weather in England, to be honest.
Oh, it's been freezing and the snow has just been constant.
I don't even think that there's ever been snow in Malta, at least not recently.
So, what's your favorite thing to draw?
I've always enjoyed like drawing a like an animal or a creature, usually a made up creature, like the slimes, for example. Um, I'm trying now with these like scenes that I've been drawing. I am trying now to get more into the environment of the picture and like the buildings and the background and stuff. But usually I would usually just draw animals and creatures on their own. So that's been something that's been quite challenging for me, getting into like realistically drawing like a building and the perspective of it and stuff. But I'm really enjoying that I can find like a new thing to focus on within art.
Would you say that's the most difficult thing about drawing?
I think so, yeah. For me personally, I can come up with an idea that has like a specific part that I want to draw, but then having everything else tie in with it, I find that quite difficult. But I must say that since I've been doing these type of drawings more, I'm finding it a lot easier to draw in the backgrounds in the buildings. So I feel like I am growing through it.
What would you say is your biggest struggle about drawing?
I think I'm way too much of a sort of perfectionist. Like I'll get through a whole drawing and I'll look at it and be like, no, I absolutely hate it. It's awful. And it probably isn't. But if there's just like one thing that's slightly off, then I don't like any of it anymore. So I think self-criticism is probably one of my biggest struggles as far as it goes.
Do you ever feel like you need to take a break from art?
Um, not really, no. I mean, like sometimes I'll spend hours and hours drawing and I'll be like, right, I need to stop drawing. But I've never felt like I had to take like an extended break from drawing because I find a lot of comfort in it myself. So if I'm having a bad day, my first thing would be like, oh, I'll draw something and maybe I'll feel a bit more relaxed.
So, you use art as the break from other things?
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a really good way of explaining it.
What advice would you give to younger artists?
I would say, I mean, it's what I do for myself. I'd say really do try not to be too critical of your own work, especially if you're still learning different skills and if you haven't found your art style yet, like just draw what you feel like comfortable drawing, what draw something that makes you happy. You don't have to necessarily force yourself to draw something that you're not interested in.
Is there
I think
anything
that
you wish you did differently?
I think when because I did art at school, I did it at GCSE and A level, and I did terribly because a lot of the subjects that we were supposed to be drawing or painting, I didn't really care for. So I was like, I don't want to draw this. So I didn't make much effort. I think maybe if I did it again now, I would make a bit more of an effort to find some part of the theme that I enjoy.
How has your art changed over the years?
It's changed quite a lot. I mean, I used to draw just sort of like little doodles and patterns quite a lot, but it was all very generic. And then I tried to get into like graphic design and text and font type art. So it was more like posters and stuff like that, which I really enjoyed. But when I went to uni to do special effects, I really started enjoying the 3D stuff. So that took over for a while. And I still really enjoy the 3D stuff, but obviously being here, I've pretty much just got my iPad to work with. So I'm really enjoying just doing some basic drawings for now. But I can't wait to get back into using some clay.
Have you always wanted an art related job?
I think so, yeah. When I was a kid, my grandma always says that when we used to go to like the shops on the beach that sold like toys and stuff, she'd be like holding up princess dresses and like magic wands, being like, look at this. And I was just interested in like the fake arms in the joke section. And I wanted to be an actress, but I'm really not very good at acting. So I ended up going more to the behind the scenes type stuff. And that's how I ended up getting into makeup.
So did you take drama as well then?
Yeah, I was
I
that kid.
always hated drama.
I was the drama and art kid.
I took completely different subjects. I was like IT, business studies, history, Spanish.
Oh, I was rubbish at all of them. I did psychology for a year at A level and I hated it and I did terribly at it. And I was like, nope, drama, art, and media for me.
Like, I like
Fair enough,
art,
though.
but I don't want to do it as like a job.
No, yeah.
I mean, I still don't know what I want to do. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I've just been saying that to myself for so long.
You never know, you could end up as a professional podcaster.
I hope so.
That would be cool.
It would, because I do really enjoy this. Because speaking to different people and just finding out about their lives, so interesting.
I love listening to podcasts, especially ones where it's like this, where it's just like chatty, but also the true crime ones that I'm obsessed.
I'd love to get someone on the podcast that knows so much about them because I don't know a lot of stuff about like crimes or like conspiracy theories. So I think it'd be very interesting to listen to.
Yeah, like to speak to someone that's really interested in it and work out like
Yeah.
all the different bits. That would be really cool.
See, I just like learning new things from people. It's just so interesting.
Yeah, like talking to different people, especially when it's like people from different walks of life, from different careers and with different interests, you really start to get a picture of like how different everyone really is.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've got people living in like different areas and countries as well. There's just so much going on,
There is so much going on.
especially with the pandemic as well. And everyone always offers like really good advice. And I hope when I post it, that everyone else can take something from it as well. So, how has the
Like you've
pandemic
done,
affected you?
well, the first half, I was still in the UK, and I was living with my dad, and we actually had another family member come and live with us to allow my grandma to shield. Um, so it was actually quite fun because we had a child with us. So we would just like play games and try and like build little educational things for him so that he was like able to do his schoolwork but have some fun with it as well. So none of us wanted to do PE. And then the second half of the lockdown, obviously I've moved to another country. So I'm like I'm in like a nice place, but I am completely separated from like everyone else that I know. So it's like I'm grateful that I get to be here, but also I'm kind of homesick because I miss everyone. But if I went home, I wouldn't be able to see them anyway. So
What else do you miss about the UK?
I just like I do miss like my bed and my own room because I've been living out of a suitcase of the same clothes and the same stuff for like nearly 6 months now. So I'm like, oh, I just want to get into my own bed and wear that jumper that I wish I'd brought with me and see my dad as well because he's now living on his own. So he's like a bit lonely, I presume. I think.
Yeah, it's been really hard just not seeing family for so long. It's very strange.
Yeah. I mean, I know that a lot of people have it a lot worse than I do, but I'm still allowed to sort of be a bit sad about it.
Yeah, I think just a change in schedule can be very weird for people.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's messed around with a lot of people's heads, hasn't it?
I'm hating doing things online because I'm still in college, so it's so annoying.
Really. That's one thing I'm glad for is that I graduated and left uni and everything well before this. So I'm just like, at least I don't have to do that.
I've only just started college, so I don't know what it's like to actually be in college because I've been online since September.
Oh, I mean, that is quite, yeah, I can imagine that is probably quite difficult. But at least you haven't got like, oh, I miss being actually in college and like you don't have like something specific to be like, oh, I miss that. I miss being in the classroom or whatever, I suppose. But
I
it'll be
think it's
really
going to
good
be
when you
very
get to go
strange to
back.
go back.
Yeah, it'll be strange, but I think you'll probably like it.
I don't even know what the people in my class look like. It's so weird.
Oh, do you not have like to have like Zoom calls with your camera on or anything like that?
No, nobody even says anything.
Oh,
It's very
yeah, I wouldn't
strange.
know because I'm done with college, but as far as I thought, I presumed that you all had to like sit on a Zoom call with your cameras on and like nod and smile and
No,
pretend.
I'm like lying in bed. I'm like half asleep. I'm not even there. And I don't even have to listen because it's all recorded. So I'm like, I'll just listen to it later. If I turn up and get
Oh,
these points, I'm
that's a
okay.
dangerous path.
I know somehow I'm making it work though, so it's okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I've only been in college like a couple times. So, and we've had masks on as well. So there's like no chance to even see anyone or get to know
So
people.
no one knows what anyone looks like.
Yeah, and when they're like, come on, let's do some group work, I'm like, oh no, I don't know anyone. It's
Oh
very
no.
weird.
I used to hate group work, especially if like my friends already got picked for a group and I'm just there like, oh no, strangers.
I'm usually okay with stuff like that, but everything's just so different now.
Yeah, definitely.
But to be honest, I've never been this talkative before.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have found like new things about themselves in lockdown.
I haven't even told anyone that I have a podcast. I'm just getting on with it.
Oh, you should tell them. Some of them might be like really interested in it.
I know, but I just don't want everyone telling each other and then gossiping and talking about me. It makes me feel awkward.
Yeah,
Even when I
that was
listen
like
over
when
it
I was
and
at,
I hear on my own voice, it just makes me cringe.
yeah, to be fair, when I was like 19 or 20, I tried to start a YouTube channel doing like beauty videos and makeup tutorials. And like then when everyone started finding out about it and like the views started going up, I was like, oh no, they're all watching my videos and like laughing at me. I don't
Yeah,
think they
I just
were,
want to keep it
but
as
that's what
like
I thought.
my thing, like just something personal. So do you want to be an artist full time?
That would be fantastic, but at the minute I'm definitely not making enough money for that to be a realistic option.
How do you
But
plan on
hopefully one
getting
day.
there in the future?
I think I'm just like I'm planning just to like keep making art, keep making stuff. When I get back to the UK, I want to make more 3D handmade stuff and jewelry and whatnot. So basically I'm just gonna like keep trying and hopefully as I grow a bit more, my followers will grow more, my sales will grow more, etc. But for at least the time being, I'm definitely going to need another job at the same time. And the film industry is very slow right now, so I don't know. I don't know what that job will be.
So if you could have any job or work for any company, what would it be?
I mean, my dream job is to be a makeup artist on film, specifically making like prosthetics or applying prosthetics for horror, because I like the gory stuff.
I've
But
never
I am
really
aware
watched like a
that
horror movie, you know.
have you not?
Never?
See, I am a wuss. Like they do absolutely terrify me, but I just love looking at the effects, like the gore and the prosthetics and stuff. And I'm looking at it like, oh my God, how would I make that? How would I get that to work for me?
I've never really been a movie fan.
Have you not?
No, usually just TV shows that I get into. I want to get into movies, but I'm not sure where to start.
That is, yeah. I wouldn't even know because everyone's like film taste and TV taste and stuff is different. So like when someone's like, "Oh, where shall I start with films?" It's like, "Well, what kind of stuff do you like already?" And if you're like, "I don't know," just watch anything and see what works for you, I suppose.
Which one's your favorite?
I mean, I was always. It sounds so basic. I was a massive Harry Potter fan, like all through my childhood. Even now, I still like. I've been playing the Harry Potter Lego game on my Nintendo Switch. I've been listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks to get to sleep. Like, I'm still a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, which house are you in?
When I was a kid, it was always Gryffindor, but now I'm an adult and, life has sunk into me. The last time I did one of the, like, what house are you tests, I got Slytherin.
One of my friends is
So,
really into Harry Potter, so she sends me all the online quizzes and I always get Slytherin. Like, I don't
life
know
has
what that
turned me
means.
into a snake. I hope not.
I've only ever seen the first movie, so I don't really know much about it.
I think I've probably seen all of them. I wouldn't even want to put a number on how many times I've seen them. Probably all of them at least 50 times.
Oh, wow. Who's your favorite character then?
When it was in the younger years, when it was like the first few movies, I had a big crush on Ron Weasley because my natural hair color is ginger. So I don't know. I was just like, oh my God, gingers can be cool too.
Oh, everyone goes mad over Draco, don't they?
I mean, yeah, they did.
I still see people go mad over him these days, like on TikTok.
Yeah, like there's been a sort of a resurgence of Draco fans coming out, haven't there?
It's mad.
He did have great hair though.
So, what are your main aspirations for the future?
Well, at the minute, I'm just sort of trying not to over plan because I mean, my plan for the future was like come to Malta for 3 months. It's been nearly 6, and I still haven't done the main job that I came here for because of COVID. Um, so at the minute, I'm not really planning on what I'm going to do with the future. I'm just going to sort of take it as it comes, and hopefully, I'll get to complete this film that I came here to work on. Hopefully, I'll start making more success with my art shop and stuff like that. So at the minute, I'm just focusing on when I can come home, how I'll be able to do it, and what I'll do when I get home.
Is there anywhere else that you'd want to travel to?
I've always I love traveling. I've always wanted to go to like all loads of different countries, but because I've been in another country for so long now, at the minute I'm just like, you know what, I just want to like stay in one place for a bit when I go home. I don't think I'll want to like leave the UK like within a couple of months of getting back. Unless it goes really badly with whatever goes on over there, and then I might be like, okay, bye.
So, where do you see yourself in the future?
I just want to get like I want to have a steady income. I want to have like just a little flat and a car, just nip myself around. Hopefully get some more stuff with films within the UK. That would be really good. I've had like a couple of opportunities come through, but because of COVID, they always get shut down.
What's your day-to-day life like?
At the minute, I'm just sort of get up, have a cup of coffee. My granddad likes his walks, so quite often he'll be like, right, okay, let's go for a walk. He's got a boat, so we've been going sailing quite a lot, but it's been a bit chilly in January, so we've not really been far, just like out for lunch, really. And then I'll come home, do some drawing, make dinner, watch telly, go to bed, repeat.
Are you into video games?
I do like video games. I'm not very good at them. I've got my Nintendo Switch. I've got my granddad likes golf, so we got this golf game so that he had something to play as well with me, because some of the games on mine he doesn't like. He's like, no, it's too complicated for me. It's too much going on. So, but he really enjoys the golf game, which I'm happy about.
What is it that you play?
I mean, I like Animal Crossing, but I go through phases of opening it and being obsessed with it, and then like I'll put it down for like 6 weeks to like a couple of months, and then I'll pick it up again and be like, oh, my island's a mess.
I love Animal Crossing. I can't get off it because I'll feel bad for the villagers, like the real people. I'll be like, they miss me.
I know some of them, but there's a couple on my island and I can't stand them, and I'm just like, oh my God, when are they going to leave?
Which ones is it that you didn't like?
Puck. I've got Puck.
Oh, Puck is
The
cute though.
penguin. And I'm not a sporty person, and I've got so many sporty villagers. I'm like, no, stop exercising in my plaza.
I've managed to get everyone out that I didn't like, so I only have like really cute villagers now.
I've got Stitches, and I'm desperate for Stitches to stay.
He's overrated,
Do you
definitely.
think?
Yes.
Oh, I like him. But Graham, the hamster, is my best friend.
I don't like any of the hamsters. I think they're scary looking.
No, Graham is so cute. He's like a little nerd. He's got like some secret lab in his house.
It took me ages to get rid of Eloise, you know, the yellow elephant.
Oh
Hate
no, I
her.
don't like the elephants.
Except
They're
for
annoying.
Dizzy. He's so cute.
I've got Maddie, the dog, as well. She's really cute.
All of them are just so cute. I've loved that game since I was so young. And when I found out it was coming onto Switch, I was going crazy.
Me too. It came out just before my birthday as well, so I convinced my dad to let me have it as an early birthday present.
Have you got Mario Kart as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Who do you play on that one?
I'm always Peach. The only person that really plays Mario Kart with me is my dad, and he's always Toad.
Toad is just the best.
Toad's great.
You can get the different colours now, can't you?
I think you can, yeah. I've got there's a rose gold Peach as well, and she's like slightly faster, I think.
I think it just depends on like their weights and stuff.
Yeah, like Bowser's really slow because he's like giant.
I think it just depends on like how you play them.
I mean, my Mario Kart skills are not that great, but my dad's been playing it since the 90s, so
I'm obsessed with Luigi's Mansion as well, the game.
oh my God, I've completed it twice.
I've completed it twice as well.
I loved the original one as well.
It's actually amazing. It's
one on the
definitely
GameCube.
underrated.
I never played the second one because I never had a 3DS.
I think I only played the second one.
I
And
played
got
the
new
first
on
one on GameCube when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something like that, and I was obsessed with it. Even though I was terrified of the ghosts, I thought they were really scary.
Oh, I want to complete the game again now.
I know I'm gonna have to open it up again because when I've completed it, I've completed the story, but I've never found like all of the gems.
Oh, see, the first time I didn't. That's why I redid it to make sure I got everything.
Yeah,
And then you get ranked at the end, don't you?
yeah. And I was like, oh no, I only got a B.
So I'm
Gotta do
gonna
it
keep going
again.
until I get A.
Basically, yeah.
The end was so emotional though. Like it's
I
just done
know.
so well. Like the quality is amazing.
Have you played Mario Odyssey?
No, but I really want it.
Oh, the storyline on that is like it's so funny. I
I've
won't
watched
spoil it
people
for you.
playing it and I really want to get it. Definitely need to
It's
save up.
the part of it where you're in like a human city is really weird. It feels wrong.
Do you have Yoshi's Crafted World?
No, I played the demo, but I haven't actually bought it.
It is really, really good. If you like Luigi's Mansion, then I think you'll like that game.
I think because like obviously they're quite expensive. So whenever I come to like pick a new game to buy, it either depends on if it's in a sale or like which one I think I'll really enjoy more. And something else has always come above it, like just maybe if
The
it goes on
prices are
sale.
crazy on Switch these days.
I know. I got Zelda, the Breath of the Wild for Christmas.
I've never
And I
got
was like, it's
Zelda.
really
I want to
good, but
try
it's really expensive. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
That's why I want Super Smash Bros, but the price is just ridiculous.
It's like 70 quid or something, isn't it?
Plus, you have to buy all the characters as well.
Yeah. If it was a bit cheaper and I had to buy the characters, I'd probably do it because I remember I really liked the original version of that game like back in the day.
I don't think I'd mind spending the money. It's just that once you've got the game, you have to keep spending it.
Yeah, like if I wanted a game where I had to keep buying things, I would have got a mobile game where they have these like little micro purchases.
I hate games like that because I know I'll spend it.
I know. I had to uninstall the Animal Crossing Pocket game because I was spending money on it and I was like, no,
Oh
this is
no.
ridiculous.
I got
So
too
I
into that
deleted
game, so I had to uninstall it as well.
it.
And it was like that with Sims 4 as well. I stopped buying all the packs.
I've been quite good at restraining myself with Sims 4. I've actually not bought any extras for it since I downloaded it. And I got it when it was in the sale, so I only paid like a tenner for the game.
They had a time of where it was free.
I know, I missed out on that, but I remember seeing it after I'd already bought it, and I was like, oh, I should have waited.
I know I was really, really mad because I bought it when it was like 40 quid.
Oh no.
I know, I'm really sad about it.
I hate buying things at full price and then like the next week they're on sale.
But usually they don't drop that much in price. Sims 4 is just mad though.
Yeah, the price on that game just goes like up and down based on absolutely nothing. Like it's like the weather changing. It just is always different.
I really want the City Life pack.
Oh yeah. I always liked on the Sims 3, I had like the spooky one where everything was sort of Halloween.
The vampires are really cool.
Yeah.
I just want to live in a little apartment.
I wish they'd make like a cottage core pack.
That would be so nice.
I would spend a lot of money on that.
You need better outfits as well.
Where you could have like a thatched roof.
Oh, that'd be so cute. I have the
And
dogs and cats one, and I do kind of regret that because they get on my nerves a lot.
I
Having my
forgot
own
you
vet
could
is
have
cool.
pets.
Well, pets just always wander off, and I'm like, I don't even know where they've gone. I spent all this money on them, and they've just disappeared.
Now I feel like I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon playing The Sims.
I'm just gonna have to stop myself. I'll go get some fresh air. I need a new video game though. I've just been playing the same things on repeat.
I keep buying like the little ones in the sale. I need to stop because it does stack up. Like a tenner here and a tenner there, and before I know it, I've spent 50 quid on games that I don't even play.
I'd rather save up and get one that I'm gonna be on like constantly, like Animal
Yeah.
Crossing.
I played the demo of Pikmin and I really enjoyed it, but then I bought a different game and now I wish I bought Pikmin, but it's like 50 quid again. So
Oh
I'm
no.
waiting for a sale.
I haven't tried that one. I might try the demo of that.
Like I played the because again they had like an old version on, I think it was GameCube, and I really loved it. So when I saw that there was going to be a Switch version, I was like, oh my God, take my money. But I've still not given them my money.
I think designing my own video games would be very cool.
I know a few people that do like video game designing or computing and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I like seeing what they get up to.
I think your little slime characters would be perfect for a little like cartoon TV show.
I have toyed with the idea of making little animations with them, but at the minute on Procreate, it's not powerful enough to like have that many frames. So I'm gonna have to get something for my laptop and like do it on there instead. But I don't know what to use.
I don't mind the animation on Procreate. That's the only thing I like about art is animation. See, I'm not like an artist, so when I'm designing characters and stuff, I'm not too bothered, but I just really enjoy animating them.
Yeah, like the Procreate animation is like it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that because when I do the drawings, I do them like so big so that they look good quality when they're printed. Um, that takes up like a lot of layers. So when it comes to animating, there's basically no spare layers left that I can use to like make a new frame.
Yeah, I think it's really annoying that you can't have layers, and if you have layers, they just go to different frames.
Yeah, that as well. That is really annoying.
It bothers me so much because you just have to draw it in one go.
And they've hinted that they're not planning on updating the animation feature for like quite a while on Instagram and stuff. So I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Guess I'll just have to stick to making little GIFs.
Yeah, me too.
I never make my animations that long. I'll just get bored of one and then I'll move on to a different one.
Yeah, that is one thing. I think if I was to do something with the slimes, it would be something short, like it just like moving down the street or something, or waving,
Waving is just the
or just
safe
like
option.
wobbling.
That would definitely be cool.
That would be quite fun. Maybe I'll give it a go.
The slimes remind me of like a little Cartoon Network character. Yeah, I used to just look at your slimes and be like, I'm actually obsessed.
Oh, thank
They're
you.
so cute. I've been tempted to buy one of the prints, but I'm so broke right now.
There's no pressure.
I love the one on the street. That one is my favorite.
That the one on the street was the first one that I did with the slimes. So that one will always hold a special place in my heart from now on.
I love that style
Where
of
it all
art,
began.
like cartoons. It is
I do.
definitely.
I'm really enjoying it.
I'm not very good at of coming up with like ideas for characters. I just
That
can't
is
find any
like
inspiration.
that is one of the toughest parts. Like once I got the idea with the slimes, now I've been drawing slimes like every day since because I'm like, right, okay, well I know that works now. So I'm just gonna stick to that because before I was like struggling to come up with new things all the time. But
I'm not
now I can
even an
find
artist,
in new
so
places.
like if I come up with an idea, I'm like, I don't even know how to draw that. Like, I've never done art in my life.
There is quite a lot of stuff that you can like there's like a prompt app called what's it called? It's called Jazzer's Arty Games, which Jazzer is a YouTuber and an artist, and he does like quite a lot of like tutorials and process videos and stuff like that. And he made his own app where you can press like the randomize button and it'll say like, you know, draw a robot in a spaceship eating a sandwich or something like that. So that's quite good to like get started if you stuck for ideas.
I didn't even do GCSE art, so like even if I've got the idea, it's like I don't even know where to start with it.
But that's okay. Like you don't no one has to have like an education background just like to do art. I think that's one of the good things about it is that even if you start later on and you're starting from scratch, like you can still build your skills, especially if you look at like references and like trying like, you know, if you wanted to start off by tracing and then work up to a point where you feel confident not tracing, that's still progress as far as I'm concerned.
My worst thing when drawing is that if I don't like it, I won't try and fix it. I'll just be like, no, delete it. I'll do something new. I'll give up.
Yeah. I do that a lot. Like a lot of my ideas only get past like a sketch and then I'm like, nope, start again.
And then when I've got like no art and I need like an animation to put on my podcast, I'm like staying up to like 5 a.m. doing it. And then it just makes art feel like a chore to me. And I don't ever want it to be like that. I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it is important to take breaks. Like when I'm drawing the slimes, they don't take like days or weeks or whatever. They take like quite a few hours though. And sometimes I'm just like getting to the point where I'm like, no, I have to stop now and like go and have something to eat. Otherwise, I'll just get frustrated with it and ruin it.
I think it's when you've got a deadline, it makes it
Yeah.
worse. Because you feel
Yeah.
like kind of rushed to do it, especially if you've got other things you need to do.
Yeah. Like the one I'm doing at the minute, I'm working on like two at the same time. And whichever one's finished first is the one that's going to go on Instagram because I haven't posted anything for like 2 days. So I'm just like, okay, which one shall I focus on so that I can post something?
Yeah, I'm like sat here deciding should I work on the podcast or my college work. I've got like 5 assignments due.
Oh no.
I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I don't want to do it.
It is hard to get motivated, especially like when everyone's just like stuck at home, not being able to do like in class work and stuff like that as well. It's hard to divide your own time up.
Yeah, I'm just so used to being at home now, like sat in bed just all day. Even when I am doing my work, I'm just still in bed.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
such a bad habit.
at least here, like if I was back in the UK, I'd be doing everything in bed because I've got like my TV in my room, I've got like comfortable, I've got a chair in my room I can sit on and stuff like that. But here, especially because my granddad like is a very like get up and go kind of guy. Like if I stayed in bed all day, he'd probably come up like, "What are you doing? Get out of bed." So now I've got like a motivation to get up so that I don't get told off, even though I'm an adult.
I know, I'm just so lazy these days. It is really, really bad.
I feel like when I get back to the UK, I'll probably be a lot lazier than I am here just because I can, which is bad.
I know, I'm just way too comfortable right now. I'm still in bed, like right now. I'm just like sat here in bed.
Well, I'm sat on the sofa with like a blanket over my legs, so close enough.
I guess that's what I like about podcasts. Nobody can see me right now. It's just my voice.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to add before we finish?
I don't know, not really. Just like, remind people that it's okay to sort of be a bit lazy sometimes if that's what you need to be. But also, if there's something you want to do, just like go and do it. As long as you're not breaking any lockdown rules, obviously. Creatively, if there's something you want to do, you should do it.
Thank you so much for being on my podcast. It means a lot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been really great talking to you.